Hi, hello, this is Jules the Human here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the movie Love Actually, which is on Netflix. I didn't know until I was trying to rewatch it, but it is on Netflix. I think it was made in 2003. But I want to talk about this movie, one, because it was recommended to me, but also because it is still very popular. There's still a lot of articles being written about it, a lot of people still talking about this movie, this Christmas movie. Some people are saying it's a new Christmas classic, but I'm going to be talking about it right now, as spoiler-free as I can, and letting you know if you should watch it this holiday season. If this is the first video that you're watching of mine, don't forget you can go watch all of Vlogmas, because Vlogmas is very close to being over, and I have a ton of videos that I filmed this month that you should definitely check out. But let's talk about Love Actually. So first off, there's a ton of amazing actors and actresses in this movie. It is star-studded, which was great. To name a few, we have Keira Knightley, Hugh Grant. I love Hugh Grant. I don't know why, he just seems like the everyman. He was playing the Prime Minister. He was super chill. Like, I think that's just what he brings to movies. He doesn't seem like the usual actor because he's not super good looking, and he's just like really relaxed all the time in the characters that he plays, so it's really refreshing to see that. And it seems like I could be friends with him. Liam Neeson, Andrew Lincoln from The Walking Dead, Emma Thompson, Colin Firth, Alan Rickman. So many people are in this movie, and it is fantastic. Now, what this movie tries to do is put 10 different stories together seamlessly. They are sort of connected at times. You don't really figure out how they're connected at first, which does provide some aha moments during the movie, during maybe about 45 minutes to an hour, when you finally figured out how they're connected, how some of the storylines are crossed, how some characters are related to each other, or things like that. That was a lot of fun because they all do seem very different, but they're all living in the same place. Like I said, I think it's 9 storylines that are intertwined together. Not all of them are hits. Let me tell you, not all of them are the greatest thing, but there are enough in there to make it really interesting and still really fun all the way through. But this one is a long movie. It's over 2 hours. So if you want something really quick that you don't have to pay attention to, this is not the movie, let me tell you. I think the first time I watched it, I didn't really like it. That was a long time ago because I wasn't really paying attention to it, and then I kind of jumped into it like an hour in, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Oh, look, that's weird or something like that. But this time I kind of just paid attention all the way through, and it's really interesting and it's a lot of fun. I didn't really like Keira Knightley and Andrew Lincoln's storyline. Love Andrew Lincoln as an actor, and they were great, but sort of how it ended was a little, I don't know if that's okay or not. But a lot of this movie is revolved around the idea that love is actually everywhere, and they showed a lot of love in different ways. Love with different people, love with your partner, love with your friends, love with people that you work with, and that was really cool. Even Liam Neeson and Thomas Brody Sangster's relationship and how they're coping with a death during the holidays and how they're going off on their own storyline and how they're moving forward together, I thought was really great. Colin Firth's storyline is really interesting. I like that. There's a lot of depth in these characters that I really enjoyed that make them pretty believable, and there's enough in there that makes it really believable. But the person going to America, that was not as believable. But again, that's more believability than most Christmas stories. Another pseudo unbelievable one is Martin Freeman's storyline. That one's a little interesting, and I don't think happens pretty much every day. But there was enough in this movie to keep me interested, enough interesting characters that developed through the whole movie that made it really fun and above average Christmas movie. It wasn't really straightforward, which is really cool. Another thing that wasn't really that great was the cinematography. The cinematography was okay. Nothing really spectacular. The shots, I've seen them all before. It wasn't really too interesting there. It was really built on the characters, and you can really take that however you want. It just wasn't visually that interesting. It was okay. Character building was really cool. The actors and actresses in the movie were really awesome, and most of the storylines are really good, so I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. And I'm gonna say, if you have a lot of time and if you've gone through the usual Christmas movies, that you should probably check this one out, especially since it's on Netflix. I was gonna buy it because I don't know if I had it, but then I just found it on Netflix, so it was pretty cool. Do you like the movie? What's your favorite Christmas movie? Let me know right down there in the comments. I've been Jules the Human, and if you want to hear me talk about movies, video games, TV shows, and all that stuff, I do that on a podcast called Nerdy Things Podcast. Links to that will be right there in the description. We go super in depth on different movies. Last month we did a whole Harry Potter month, so we talked about all the Harry Potter books and movies. And I also have another podcast called Everything is Fine, a Good Place podcast. We talk about The Good Place on NBC, and that's a lot of fun, and links to that is going to be down there in the description as well. Hope your holidays are good. I've been Jules the Human, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.